Well, as you can see, I got the silicone in behind there, and I got what, 4 rivets in there. I got 1 in here, and I got the 3 in up in here, and I've drilled the holes here for these bigger splined bolts. See the spline on them? I got them holes drilled already right there and there. So we're gonna see if they're gonna fit in there. I tried this the other day, and this was a little bit undersized, but then when I went to the next size, bigger one, the darn thing was a little bit too loose. So, let's see. Yeah, that went in nice. I think the fender just, when I was doing the wheel well, I think there was just too much flex. I couldn't get a good solid hit on it, and that's why the spline wouldn't push in. But this is very solid. I didn't quite go flush, but I think the bolt will pull it in. It's kind of springy there because it's away from the metal. It's not like it's got a space in behind there, because this other aluminum channel stops here, and then there's nothing in behind it. It has to suck in. That's why I put a little more silicone in behind there. Oop, that one jumped out of there. That wasn't supposed to happen. Give that a hit in there with my hand. Well, hey, 2 for 2. 2 for 2. There it is. Where'd the other one go? There's the other one. Okay. Let's try that again. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but I want to get you up and close, so that's the way it's got to be. You're a one-man show here. Well, here it is already, only April the 11th, and we've got road construction already starting in front of us here. They were supposed to start last Friday, but so when you're coming here, you can only come from the north, which is from the Highway 17 end, and head south. And the detour is up Red River Road when you leave here. I got all the sewer pipes here already. And they're just offloading the excavator, because we'll be tearing up the whole street right from this corner right here, side street, all the way up to the next set of lights. We got a few chains there holding that machine on there. So they got the northbound lane shut off, so you can only come down Cumberland Street from the expressway heading south to downtown Thunder Bay. The dreaded summer road construction starts already. What? What are you barking at? Eh? What are you barking at? Hey, what you barking at? Hmm? What you barking at? You want outside again? No wonder I never get much done, am I? Yeah, because you always want outside every 5 minutes. Hey, babies. You just came in like 5 minutes ago and now you want back out again. This one, Daddy gets busy to do something. There you go. Oh, can't see nothing from here. Too much U-Haul stuff in the way. Well, let's see if we can't get back to where we was. Freaking cold out there this morning. Dropped the gooseneck float down on the ground and the tractor pulled away. You would think that already that road construction would already start here on the 11th of April already, 2016 here. They assure me that both my entranceways, which are very wide, one at this end of the shop and one at the other end, they're about 125 feet wide. They assure me that as they dig the road down, they're going to make sure that my entranceways are well ramped up with gravel so that the U-Haul trucks can get in and out and the transport trucks can get in and out to bring me my supplies and pick up shipments, which shouldn't get interfered too much. I think it's Taranis that's doing this construction job. I think so. That's the half tons I've seen running around here anyway the last few days. Looks like they got all the binder chains off on this side and they're going to the other side now to remove all the chain binders and chains from the other side. I don't know if the operator came with the machine or not, but see how many gas pipes and electrical lines and water pipes they rip up in the meantime. Once they start digging. I'm sure the frost is still in the ground, but with a big hole like that, it shouldn't be a problem. We've only had a few minus 30 days, a couple of minus 40 days. As you can see, the southbound traffic is flowing somewhat normal. It's not as busy as it normally is, but they've been announcing on the radio for a couple of days now that this main Cumberland Street that comes right off the highway right through the heart of town would be under construction. Looks like they got half the sewer pipes unloaded off that transport truck over there. Or more than half, actually. They got one tier left on there. Looks like they're getting the last chain off the back end on the other side. Anyway, while they're doing that, just wanted to show you that on this truck here that I was working on that had the broken corner here, that I've already drilled a few of the rivet holes that hold this corner on, and I scraped all the silicone off, and if I can get it off of there. It's only being held on by one rivet for a lining pin. Yeah, see there, that's where the corner goes over top. It's got to be all siliconed in there. It's the mom's attic up there. This corner piece was broken, so we have to do it. We drilled a couple of the big rivet holes, and the bigger holes up there, they'll be using them special bolts that you see right here. We cleaned that surface up with acetone. We just got to clean this surface up with acetone now. And yeah, these are the bolt, half of the bolt here, and it's got that spline I was telling you about the other day. And then this is the other threaded insert that goes in from inside the van body. Good old Torx heads on them. Yeah. Oh, I see smoke coming from the excavator fired up there. There goes the bucket. The boom's going up. At least if he dumps it off the float, it isn't got far to go to fall on those low riders. Low boys. Quite chilly out there today. I think it's around minus 10 or 15, something like that. It's warmer than it's been. We're just exercising the hydraulics to warm it up a little bit. You'll swing around, put the bucket down on the road, and then walk down off of the float. Use the bucket to balance himself. As he walks down off the float. I can remember my day working in the bush, loading and unloading these machines. And even bigger ones, big coring, feller bunchers and feller forwarders and D8 dozers. And they'll just crawl ahead slowly off the float, as you can see there. I've done them off of floats as high as them back wheels. These guys are just like using these kind of floats like a walk in the park, but out in the bush camps we didn't have the luxury a lot of times of these kind of low boys. Sometimes we did, but not always. You can see he's tipping the track down to the roadbed, letting up on his boom, and walks right off the float. Kaboom. Tuck the boom down there so you don't take any wires with you. Oh look, the other pipes are gone off the other transport. We missed that. I wanted to get that while the big front end loader with the forks on was taking it off, the last one, but I missed it, I guess. And away he goes. That'll probably be about the extent of the work they'll do for the next half hour. It'll be coffee break now already for them. You know, they don't want to work too hard, you know. Taxpayers' money at work. He's walking it down the street there. You can see behind the U-Haul sign, U-Haul trucks and stuff. He's just walking it down to the corner. He's gonna back up so we can get turned away, and this transport's trying to get out of here, looks like. He backed up the excavator so he can get a little more turn without slipping on the asphalt. Not that it matters, because they're going to be digging it all up anyway. And you'll probably just park it right there on the middle of the street in the two lanes, because those lanes are shut off anyway. And they're supposed to be start digging right over there at that next hydro pole. That's where I'm told they're supposed to start anyway. It might be just past that intersection, maybe. I think it might be just past that intersection, because the new there's newer asphalt just the other side of that intersection. It stops just before that intersection over there. So, I don't know if you can see that or not over there, past that fluorescent sign there. But anyway, I best get back at this truck, because next you know there's going to be a one-way trip. I'm going to want it right away, but there's nothing booked right now for it, but so we're gonna get to busy, and you got to repair that too. So anyway, for now we'll leave it at that, and we'll come back when we get that corner on there and go from there. Okay. Till later. I'm going to show you here that many years ago, Cumberland Street used to be streetcars running down it years ago, electric streetcars. And whenever they've done any sections of this Cumberland Street, you see that it's layers of thick concrete, and they've asphalted over top of the concrete. And now, whenever they've been doing sections of this Cumberland Street over the years, they've been ripping up all this concrete and asphalt and railway tracks and rebar and stuff that's in there. And concrete isn't that thick in this part of the street. I've seen it up at the top end, up past the shipyards towards the highway, where the concrete was like close to a foot thick. But they used to have two sets of streetcar tracks running down the middle of the road, and then traffic was on each side of it, east and west, north and southbound traffic. So there's tons of this concrete all over the place here today. As you can see, they've been ripping out from the street, and rebar. Is that rebar or is that wires actually? Yeah, steel wire. Yep. Is that like a wire, or is that copper pipe? Looks like a smooth round bar. But that's how it goes, you know. U-Haul trucks here and there, but like I say, one of my entrance ways is right there, the south end of the driveway parking lot, and then I have the other entranceway that they promised me that they'll keep well ramped up so that customers can get in and out, especially the transports and stuff that come in and out of here on a regular basis. But anyway, I'll be glad to get rid of this lake that's always here in the fall time when it's freezing and freezing rains. It's like right up to the front of that van there, the water, and out to that line on the street, and it's about 10 inches deep, and as it freezes, people break through the ice. And I got two excavators working here now. I didn't see them float the second one in, but that's how it goes. It looks like they got the street dug up down there as well. Maybe that's where the other excavator was working earlier today. Yeah. Make a power to rip up that concrete. You can see the ground doesn't look like it's frozen at all. prise the concrete up. That's old concrete. That's back, God, how many years ago? Old is that? Like the streetcars were still in use when I was born 50 some years ago. And I don't recall if I ever rode the streetcars. I think they were taken out of commission, and then they went to electric buses on wheels after that run on trolleys for the hydro, before they went to today's polluting diesel engines. I remember riding the electric trolley buses many times, and you'd be going down the street and hit a bad bump or something like that, and the trolleys would pop off one of the wires, and the driver would have to get out and pull on the ropes on the back end to get the trolleys back onto the wires. Yeah. So it's going to be chaos around here for a couple of months anyway, and see what happens. So, till next time.